What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 237, and we start today's episode off with a youth score monthly report as we've now entered November. As you can see, we have one player in our academy right now called Scott McLeod, who does look very, very good indeed. He's now 16, so he can be promoted, and I probably will end up promoting him before the end of the season. As I mentioned many times before, this is most likely our last season in this series, and yeah, I probably will promote him before the end of the season, just because he looks really decent, doesn't he? And it'll be nice to have one academy player in this Arsenal team, well, one through our youth squad academy, if you will. So yeah, I'll definitely consider promoting him to the first team eventually, even though he probably won't play too many games. And also a squad report as well. As you can see, we have now into November, so a squad report too. Players looking really decent. Obviously, January is not too far away now, so we're thinking about what possibly might happen. Gnabry is a player who might end up leaving the club, and I'm going to try and loan out Daniel Atta as well. But other than that, I don't actually anticipate doing much in January, but even so, 10 games into the league, as you can see, 6 wins, 3 draws and 1 defeat for us. We've got 21 points. Everton, though, what a start they have made. 8 wins, 2 draws and 0 defeat for Roberto Martinez's men. Only 6 goals conceded as well. They have made a superb start to 10 games. Capital One Cup, we've been drawn in the quarterfinals against Crystal Palace, so that's a decent tie for us, I feel. And also look at our Champions League group. After 3 games, we have 1 win, 1 draw and 1 defeat as well. We are sitting in 3rd place behind Ajax on the head-to-head record. And for the first game of today's episode, we do take on Ajax here away at the Amsterdam Arena in the Netherlands. So taking on Ajax here. Obviously right now this is a massive game for us in the Champions League, and it really is. If we fail to win this game, it will mean that after the 2 games we've played against Ajax, they will have a better head-to-head record than us. And due to how tight the group is already after being halfway through, you know, this game right here could decide who goes through between these 2 teams, really. I still expect Juventus to come through in this group and end up getting through to knockout stages, but Ajax obviously have a really decent side with some good young players who, you know, now have developed really nicely in the game, clearly. And, you know, coming into this game, I was really fearful of my chances due to the fact we lost the first game at home at the Emirates Stadium, and the first chance did fall to Ajax as well, as they went down the right-hand side and played it back towards the edge of the area. The shot went over to Bardo and behind for a goal kick, but first attempt to Ajax, and in the 30th minute, there was a great chance again for Ajax as they come forward here with Anderson playing out wide towards Van Rijn. He takes it around Raheem Sterling, plays it inside. Lovely intricate passing by Ajax. They get themselves a chance inside the area, but Carboni makes a brilliant save and keeps it goalless. So Ajax right from the off in this game, looking to make it 2 wins out of 2 against us, but it was still 0-0. From the corner, it's crossed in towards Fisher in the centre. De Vito heads the ball away, and eventually it comes to Raheem Sterling. Sterling has the pace to beat his man here, and as he sprints down the left-hand side, eventually he ends up getting blocked off by the defender. But the ball comes to Welbeck, who slides it through towards Rodrigo Lazari, goes through one-on-one with the goalkeeper after beating the last man with the fake shot, but the goalkeeper makes a great save and Ajax clear the ball away. So that was the problem in the first game. The Ajax goalkeeper was just superb, and it was looking like it might be the case in the second game as well. Brilliant save by the goalkeeper, and eventually Lassie's shot is deflected and goes behind for a corner. So still goalless in this game. On the stroke of half-time, though, how about this for a free ball by Mesut Ozil? Lovely ball by the German, through towards Lazari. He just missed a really good chance a minute ago, but he's not going to miss this one. He runs as close to the goalkeeper as he can get, and ends up smashing the ball past him and makes it Ajax 0, Arsenal 1. So Lazari with the goal there. The little Italian isn't going to miss 2 one-on-ones in a row, and he does make it Ajax 0, Arsenal 1 on the stroke of half-time. And, you know, coming into this game, we did rest quite a few players, obviously, as we always do in midweek games, but I did decide to start Lazari, and I'm glad I did, because he does give us the lead just before half-time, and it is Ajax 0, Arsenal 1. 6 minutes after the restart, though, Ajax almost got themselves back on level terms, but as you can see here, is they're passing the ball around the edge of the area. Eventually, it gets cut inside by Victor Fischer, and the shot is taken by Zivkovic, and Carboni makes a really good save. So the Italian goalkeeper with a good stop there, and we are still 1 goal up. In the 56th minute, though, how about this? I always pass out from the back, and, you know, sometimes it does go wrong, but I'll tell you what, that is a brilliant save by Carboni. I tried to pass the ball to our left back there. I gave the ball away. It was played inside, and Carboni with a great save to bail me out and keep it at 1-0. So I was very fortunate there. Had to thank the goalkeeper for that one. It was still 1-0. And in the 80th minute, a great chance for us to make it 2-0. Serge Gnabry comes forward. The first shot is blocked, and then the second shot is well saved by the goalkeeper, and Ajax cleared the ball away. So still 1-0 to Arsenal in this game, and, you know, both teams had really good chances. Both goalkeepers were playing really well, and I was surprised that with 9 minutes to go, it was still 1-0. As you can see, another great chance here, but Gnabry rushes the shot, and it goes behind for a goal kick. So still 1-0 in this game, and still Ajax have a chance to tie it late on here. And as Van Rijn gets the ball here down the left-hand side for Ajax, he plays it through the middle towards Zivkovic. His shot goes just wide of the post and behind for a goal kick. So still 1-0 to Ajax. Ajax sorry, it's 1-0 to Arsenal as Ajax press for an equalising goal, but by doing so, they push too many bodies forward, and in the 90th minute here, Vargas goes down the left-hand side, takes it around his man with a Berber spin, and ends up finishing the ball into the bottom corner, and makes it Ajax 0, Arsenal 2. So Vargas came off the bench for Lazari. We brought off one goal scorer, and we clearly bring on one for that goal scorer Lazari, because Vargas gets the goal, makes it Ajax 0, Arsenal 2, and the Chilean, I mentioned him in the last game, he's such a good player to bring off the bench. He's such a good player in general, really. He deserves more minutes because whenever he plays, he scores. He does make it Ajax 0, Arsenal 2, and we are going to win this game. And I felt like we needed to win the game as well after losing the opening game of the group stage to Ajax. You know, due to the head-to-head ruling, we really did need to make sure we get a win in this game. And to be 2 goals up now, that will mean that after 2 games, whatever happens, we will have the better head-to-head record come the end of the group table if we do finish level, if the score stays like this. And in the end, it wasn't going to stay like this because in the 90th minute here, Danny Welbeck makes it 3-0 to Arsenal. So Welbeck gets the goal, Ajax 0, Arsenal 3, and we are going to win this game here at the Amsterdam Arena, and deservedly so as well, because Ajax did have quite a few good chances themselves. Carboni had to make a couple of good saves, but for the most part, we did play better. We had more possession in the game, we had more shots, more on target as well, and in the end, a 3-0 victory was, you know, it probably was a bit harsh on Ajax to win by 3 clear goals, but we did play really well, and I'm glad we did leave with the win, as I felt we deserved. So Ajax 0, Arsenal 3, and again, I felt like we had to win that game, you know, because I think it probably is going to go down to us 2 teams, but to see who finishes second and third. As you saw, Juventus won there again against Olympiacos. It probably will be us and Ajax battling for the second place. So I felt like a win had to be achieved, and it was. So very pleased with that. We take on West Bromwich Albion for the second and final game of today's episode here. So West Bromwich Albion, it's always nice when you face a former team, and West Bromwich Albion, of course, surely one of the best sides in Europe right now. And I mean, of course, last year they did actually miss out on a Champions League place, but this year they've made a very good start. They've got the same amount of points as us after the opening 10 games. So West Brom travelling takes on the Emirates Stadium right now. We are ahead of them only on the goal difference ruling though. As you can see by their team, they did have quite a few changes out there. There was Hart on the bench, Rodriguez on the bench, Di Maria on the bench. Pretty interesting lineup with players like Ashley Bentley having a start instead at right back. But still, the first chance would fall to us here in the 15th minute as we pass out from the back. Rodrigo Lazari, who scored our opening goal against Ajax in midweek, finds Kevin Savanier. Savanier plays a great free ball towards Eduardo Vargas, who also scored against Ajax in midweek, and he also scores here as well. And right now, Vargas is, you know, making a statement really and showing me he deserves to be in the first team and not just on the bench, because he just keeps on scoring, man. I decided to give him a start in this game ahead of Mesut Ozil. I thought, do you know what? He scored in midweek. He scored against Liverpool as well. He deserves a start in this game, and he makes it 1-0 to Arsenal. And he keeps on rewarding me. You know, whenever Vargas plays, he does well, and also an assist for Savanier as well. He's had a really good start to the season, and yeah, just really pleased to know you have a striker like Vargas on the bench, ready to use whenever. And if ever Niang or Lazari get an injury, which I obviously don't want to see happen, I'll always be confident knowing that Vargas can start the games and do well for us. You know, he started in the attack and midfield position in this game and already got us the first goal of the game. So Arsenal 1, West Bromwich Albion 0. In the 29th minute, some sad news though. Callum Chambers gets himself an injury, and that's a real shame. Obviously, Chambers was actually on loan at West Bromwich Albion in our first season with West Brom, and unfortunately for us, that is an injury for Chambers there. Rooney clipped him on the way down after taking his shot, and it's not too big of a blow because, of course, we do have a few good players in the defensive position. So DeVito came on, and I'm not really going to be too fussed if Chambers is out for quite a while, but we'll have to wait and see in the next episode how long his injury is, and we'll have to just judge what's going to happen to the team lineup after we see the extent of the injury. Wayne Rooney went pretty close there, but Carboni made a good save, and in the 77th minute, it was still 1-0 to Arsenal. And as Daniel Atta holds the ball up here, he spreads it out wide towards Raheem Sterling off the bench. He fake shots around Aaron Creswell, but still Sterling is yet to score for Arsenal, and it's going to continue here as Begovic makes a really good save to deny the winger. So still Arsenal 1, West Bromwich Albion 0. But to be honest, West Bromwich Albion just did not do enough in this game. You know, they really didn't. Other than the Wayne Rooney attempt, which Carboni had to make a good save for, it was pretty much all Arsenal. And as Niang goes down the left-hand side here, he beats Yannick Vestergaard with a Berber spin, cuts inside, and it's a really good finish by the number 7, finishing the ball into the top corner, making it Arsenal 2, West Bromwich Albion 0. Begovic has no chance, and we are going to secure the 3 points in this game. So, you know, West Brom last year finishing in 5th place, losing out on the Champions League place on the final day. I do still, you know, wonder whether they'll be title contenders this year or whether they'll just settle for a top 4 place. But coming into this game, I expected a lot better from the side. You know, I really did. This is a really good West Bromwich Albion team. Of course, we signed the majority of the players they were using, and I was so surprised that other than the Wayne Rooney chance, they just did not attack as much as I would have expected. But Niang does score the goal there. Arsenal 2, West Brom 0. and we do wrap the game up. So surprised, but still pleased. I guess that's the best way I've putting how that game went for us. But that is going to be the episode, guys. So as always, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you enjoyed today's episode of Career Mode, then please do leave likes. It's much appreciated. It really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.